All right. Today I'm going to talk about these two four-stroke sleds, specifically the Yamaha Viper LTX DX and the Skidoo Renegade X. Hopefully, if you've got your eyes set on either one of these sleds, hopefully this will help you make a decision before you purchase either one. So yeah, let's get into it. We'll dive into the Yamaha Viper sled first. It's an LTX DX model. It's the 137-inch skid frame. Great sled. I bought this one brand new in 2018. As of right now, it has just under 25,000 kilometers on it. All, for the most part, all problem free. I mean, very minor issues with this sled. Maintenance goes a long way, guys. Common problem on these Viper sleds, the hot or cold starting issues. I had my sled reflashed. If you own a Viper sled and you haven't had it flashed yet, you need to get it flashed. If it's giving you starting issues, it changes the fuel mapping, gets all that up to date. I know from 2014 up to 2018, I can't speak past 2018 because I haven't owned one past 2018. They've all had most of them, for the most part, they've all had starting issues, cold weather related. Some guys are getting a solid state relay to help with the cold starting issues. I haven't done that with my sled. I just got mine flashed. And I keep mine in a heated shop, anywhere from 10 to 15 degrees above zero. So, well, it does, and it has given me the odd starting issue from time to time over the years. Once it's warm, it fires right up for the most part. Sometimes it'll still give me a bit of an issue here and there, but it's pretty rare. So yeah, and then last year I started experiencing it. I would take my thumb off the throttle and just coast to a stop, and the sled would just die out on me. So, and it did that a few times at the start of this year, but that problem it seems like it worked itself out, because it didn't really do that to me much for the remainder of the season. Anyways, great sleds. Now, obviously, these sleds, they don't come with Elka shocks. Mine came with just rebuildable HPGs, and while they're an okay shock, they don't scream confidence inspiring. They're not as safe. They allow for a lot of body roll in the corners. They bottom out if you hit a nasty mogul or a G-out after a bridge or before a bridge. You will bottom out with them. They'll do just fine if you're just out cruising. But yeah, if you want to turn it up a notch, get the Elka Stage 4s. like I say, I had those for 15,000 kilometers, the old HPG shocks. I was ready to give this sled up. Got the Alkas, and it completely changed how this sled handles and performs. I am in love with this sled all over again. It's excellent sled. These Alkas, they come with the compression adjustment and the rebound adjustment. They are the stage 4s. I can't remember if stage 3 has that. I know stage 3 has compression adjustment, but I'm not sure if they got rebound adjustment. You'd have to go on their website and check. Excellent shock. Pricey, yes. It was a tough pill to swallow, but I'm glad I did it because, yeah, I love this sled. I'll never get rid of it. I'm keeping this sled as long as it keeps running and doesn't give me too many issues. I mean, I'll probably just put it up on a shelf somewhere and just keep it, even if I'm not using it anymore. That's how much I love this sled. Yeah, they're great sleds. So if you are in the market for a Yamaha Viper, get one. You can't go wrong with them. 135 horse. I feel that's all anyone needs for trail riding. I mean, if you want to get technical, I mean, a Yamaha Bravo that does about 70 kilometers an hour, that's really all you need. That's all anyone needs. Speed limit's 50K, right? So, yeah, 135 horse, great trail cruising sleds, and you can't go wrong with them. I mean, it's got the Yamaha engine. The things are bulletproof. And yeah, 25,000K on this is nothing. I'm just coming up to, well, it says in the manual 40,000 kilometers for valve clearance check. Now, that's another topic. Some guys are having to adjust their valves after 10,000 kilometers. I don't understand that, but I haven't had to adjust, and maybe that's part of a starting issue with these sleds, is your valve clearance isn't within spec. So keep that in mind if you're looking at a used one and it's got high mileage. If it is having starting issues, it's had the flash, you could be looking at a valve adjustment. So there's probably $1,500, I'd say, in that range to have a valve adjustment done, or you can do it yourself. Anyways, great sleds. Maybe we'll talk a bit about the Skidoo. So let's jump over to the Skidoo. Okay, so now we'll talk about the 26 900 turbo Skidoo Renegade. We bought this sled brand new this year. We've had our eyes on Skidoo for a couple of years now, specifically the 4-stroke sleds. Chanel was able to try one out at the end of last season, and she fell in love with it. So happy wife, happy life, right? Anyways, we decided to get this 900 turbo for Chanel, and we couldn't be happier with it. It really is a good sled. Handles well. That new front suspension, the RAS RX, it's great. It's very comparable to the Viper sled, and it handles flat. They've had issues before with the front ends. I'm not sure so much on the 4-strokes, but on the 2-strokes, because they're lighter, you'd get some inside ski lift. Your A-arms they were on an angle on Skidoos. So now with this new front end, your A-arms are more level. So it handled it. That change made all the difference. From what I'm hearing, even actually the one that Chanel tried last year had the older RAS X front suspension, and I tried it for a couple kilometers, and I did notice from driving that one to the new front end, it is night and day difference. It handles so much better, so much flatter, and way more predictable. So yeah, new front end, great. These sleds are incredibly smooth. The power, great sled. Very, very great sled. Like silky smooth. So if you're on the fence about getting into a 900 turbo Ace 4-stroke from Skidoo, just do it. Especially if you're a longtime Skidoo guy coming from 2-stroke, just buy one. You won't regret it. Two things I don't like about this sled, and Skidoo needs to fix, I think. The brake rotor scuffing under 50 kilometers an hour is extremely annoying. After 50K, it goes away. They say it's normal, probably because it's a common issue that they haven't figured out yet. Super annoying. It drives me nuts. Under 50 kilometers and the tight twisties, you can't really go much faster anyways. You hear it, and I don't like it. The other thing I don't like about this sled is when you're coming up to a stop and then you take off again, there's a clunk. I don't like that either. On the Viper, it's seamless, the way it should be. So yeah, those two things I don't like about this sled. Hopefully Skidoo can remedy that on future models. Supposedly you can get a washer to put in front of the rotor or behind the rotor. It's a $10 washer, and it takes that scuffing noise away. But from what I'm told is it doesn't, it's a wear item, so that noise comes back. Or it doesn't completely eliminate it. I'm not too sure. This is just from what I'm being told. And they say don't even worry about the washer. Excuse me. So anyways, yeah, those two problems drive me nuts. Other than that, I freaking love this sled. So, I mean, you can't argue the R motion. It's the best in the industry. That suspension is, man, it's like riding on a cloud. So if you're looking for ultimate comfort, Skidoo's going to be your best bet. Now, that Viper, that rides really well too. It's not far behind the R motion. It is an outdated skid, but when you have it set up properly, it does ride very nice. Very, very comparable. But we all know, and I'm not saying the Viper's better because I'm telling you it's not. The R motion is the best rear skid. So yeah, and that's, you know what? I feel the Skidoo right from factory, I don't need to go out and spend $4,000 on shocks. These KYB Pro 36 shocks and the Easy Adjust shock on the rear, you don't need anything more than that. They've got their valving set up perfect from factory. That's my opinion. Now, I've only put roughly 1,000 kilometers on this sled. So time will tell how well this sled performs over the years, how reliable it is, maintenance costs, all that stuff. So, but yeah, it is a very, very good sled, and we are very happy with it. So if you're looking at a 900 turbo, you can't go wrong with it. Great sled. The seat, I will say the seat is extremely nice and plush. I do find, depending on where now this has the adjustment for the bars, so you've got four different positions. I find if your bars are in the two most forward positions, it kind of pulls you forward on the seat, and you end up sitting right down into here where there's not much cushion. If you want ultimate plushness, I find you gotta adjust those handlebars to the furthest two away from forward, to experience most of the cushion on this seat. And otherwise it feels like you're constantly sliding forward a bit in those two forward positions. So great seat. I think if Skidoo would maybe add a bit more foam to the front here, at the back it doesn't. They can leave this height back here, but if they put another half an inch or an inch towards the front, it would get that seat sitting more level. Not a deal breaker, but I think they could do that, and then this seat would be ultimate comfort. It is a very nice seat. So yeah, and that's where if you look here, the Viper, it's pretty well flat going across. It dips down right in here for when you want to hang in the corners and really get on it. Then you can shift your body weight forward, and that's what that's for. But for cruising, it is nice and flat. It does sit up nice and high, position you high, but it is firmer. It's a firmer seat. So at the end of the day, you can't go wrong with either one of these sleds, guys. Great sleds. Another thing that is great about Skidoo is their accessory lineup. No one's got them beat for accessories. They're like half-inch, three-quarter-inch thick catalog full of accessories, and it's tempting. You just want to buy them all. Anyways, that's another reason why we went with Skidoo. Not only for the ride, for the accessories. There's just so many options to choose from, and that's where Yamaha, Arctic Cat, Polaris, Yamaha's never really had any accessories. I think Arctic Cat and Polaris are starting to offer more, but nobody is beating Skidoo. It's just everybody knows that Skidoo is the top dog for accessories. Yeah, you can't beat it. It's great. It's nice being able to customize your ride. So That's another thing to keep in mind when shopping for a new or used sled is accessories. What are you carrying with you? What kind of trips are you doing? Are you doing a bunch of saddlebagging trips? So Skidoo's got that covered, whereas the other brands not so much. Anyways, that's pretty well it. Yeah, hopefully this video helps you make your mind up on what and I'm just talking about these two 4-strokes specifically, the Viper class and the 900 Ace Turbo class. These are 130 horsepower range sleds. So I think Arctic Cat, there's a 4-stroke coming, who knows when. Polaris needs to add a turbo or make a 4-stroke, a snowmobile specific 4-stroke engine for that S4, for their 4-stroke lineup. Because the 90 horsepower, well, it's enough for some, it's not enough for me. There again, comes down to how much horsepower do you want? How much do you need? I like that 130 horsepower range. It's good. I don't need the 180 horse in the 900R or the Sidewinder Turbo. They're fast, they're smooth, they're fun, but yeah, I find I don't need them. So yeah, these two sleds, you can't go wrong with either of them. If you're a Yamaha diehard, go with the Viper. If you're Skidoo diehard, go with the Skidoo. Or if you're thinking about switching, switch. You can't go wrong with either one. So anyways, that concludes this video. Hopefully it gives you a bit of insight, and yeah, thanks for watching. If you got any questions, let me know. I'll do my best to help you out. All right, cheers guys.